This is a presentation of SaraNet Radio and Six Seeds TV. It's time for Breaking It Down with Bristol. Here's Kevin Scholla.
Checkmate. Bristol Palin and Mark Ballas dance on a giant chessboard and in the process receive their highest scores yet to move on to week 4 of Dancing with the Stars All-Stars. And we are excited for our weekly chat with the hardest working dancer out there, Bristol Palin. Hey Bristol, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me, Kevin.
Another week of Dancing with the Stars, All-Stars down, and you forge ahead. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks to you guys. Everyone's voting. I'm just thankful that we're still ticking. A
lot of folks say this past week's dance was your best yet. The costumes, I mean, you were like a Palin chess piece. Really cool.
It was like a snow ice princess or something, but no, they did an awesome job with the costumes last week.
So you survived a double elimination. Drew Lachey and Elio Castroneves eliminated. You're getting better and better scores. And if the judges ever give you the scores you actually deserve, the sky's the limit.
I think we're definitely improving. We jumped, I think it was 4.5 points, which to me is a huge jump, so it definitely shows improvement. But we're just chugging along. We're just grateful that the fans have been voting us through.
As Mark said, you just said chugging along. As Mark said, what? Team Tortuga, right? Team Turtle?
Yeah, he says that all the time, too.
We have a lot of names now. Team Bristol, Team Ballin, Team Tortula. I mean, this is, the longer you're on, the more names.
I know, right?
Now, this past week, what was really interesting, teams picked the next dance for each other. So a little strategy coming into play. You got a pretty good hand, I think. Rock and roll will be your style. That kind of opens up a wide variety of possibilities, but you guys seemed okay with that assignment.
Yeah, definitely, and we kind of felt like we were like the oddball out because a team didn't choose for us. We just got handed ours because we've had the lowest combined total of scores throughout this season. So we got lucky. We got rock and roll, and to me, rock and roll, I thought it was like AC/DC, like hard rock and roll, but it's 50s rock and roll, so it's more of like the jive, Lindy Hop type of dance. So it's to a 50s song, and we'll have some 50s costumes, and it's definitely not the rock and roll I was expecting.
Okay, same here, and I was about to ask you this as far as rock and roll routine, what can we expect? I did not think that at all either. I thought something, if not AC/DC, maybe something, today, like a Jet or the Killers or something, but wow, okay, so that's a whole different thing, but I guess you can do something with the costumes for that one, I bet.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, my grandma's going to love it. Her friends are going to love it. But it's definitely not what I had envisioned for a rock and roll.
Okay, that does change things a lot. I did think what you thought. But meantime, you just missed the Charleston, though. So I guess if you had to choose, right, you'd take this one?
Yeah, definitely. It's a fun song, too. It's a popular song.
And I loved it. You gave Bollywood to Jill and Peter. How about that?
I know. I heard their music in the studio today, and I was just cracking up about it.
I mean, they'll probably do pretty well because, I mean, that's right away. That's a tough assignment, but I mean, he started getting into it right away as soon as you handed it over to him.
Yeah, absolutely, and he'll totally look the part. He'll look like an Aladdin or something. He'll pull it off. He's an amazing dancer, so he'll do well in it, I'm sure.
So last week they pumped up a spat between you and Mark. First argument for you two. Everything okay now?
Oh, my goodness, I know. Yes, everything is fine. That discussion was Wednesday of last week, so it was a while ago, and it's our first fight that we've ever had. And, of course, they teased it on throughout the whole show and pumped it up. And so it was just a one-day thing, just a little scuffle that we had, and I think it's brought us closer as a team now. And we're over it. We're over that hurdle, and we're on to the next thing. So we're just getting through everything.
Hey, sometimes a little clearing of the air helps. And, look, we fight with our family members and loved ones and people you're with all the time. That's natural. I'm shocked it was the first since you had a whole season together already.
I know. We've done so well. We've gone through an entire season, and we're a third of the way done here. So I think we're doing very well in that department with being with each other for 5 to 10 hours every single day, right in each other's face. And of course you fight with your family, and you even can argue with a coworker and whatnot. So I'm just glad that was our one and only one, and I don't think it's going to happen again anytime soon.
Now, I know it sure seems like it when you're on here with us, and it definitely seems like it when we watch you on the program, but are you having fun? I know the Idiot Brigade is at it again, some white powder sent to the show, and inexplicably even death threats. People are just so proud of you, Bristol, for your poise and demeanor. They just want to know, can you still enjoy yourself despite this outside interference?
I definitely can, just because I can totally put things into perspective, and I've got such amazing supporters out there. Clearly I do. I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard every week, and I'm just so grateful to have people out there that are voting for us and just keeping us through, and it is so much fun. It's fun to learn a dance every week, and it's definitely a challenge, and it's definitely so not me, all the rhinestones and spray tans, but no, it's a blast, and I love the people that I work with, and it's just been an amazing experience again.
Well, it is amazing how you handle it. I know some lesser people would probably pack it in and say, look, I have things to take care of. I don't need this outside stuff. But, like you said, I might as well dance. And I know where you get it, because your dad and your mom and even your grandfather who we spoke to, everybody kind of seems to be the same way with that. And it's really admirable. And I know your mom and sister got to root for you or root you on in person week 3. Is that family support system huge for you on this show?
Oh, it's key. It's crucial to have your support. And I'm so grateful and thankful that people are able to make it out each week. And hopefully Tripp's going to be coming to this show on Monday. So I just love having their support. I love being able to have someone rooting for me in that Hollywood crowd. So it just means the world to me to have them there.
Speaking of family, we got a question this week online from Bonnie Price, who wants to know, do you love having such a big family? A lot of folks don't have all these cousins and uncles and aunts and this support system. So how is that for you on Dancing with the Stars and just in general?
Oh, I love it. I just love it, love it, love it. And they totally take my mind off of anything dance related, any injuries or anything like that I have going on. They are just constantly keeping me on my toes and keeping me in the loop with stuff that's going on at home. And I love having a huge family, and I love having their support, and we're just constantly group text messaging all day, and they're just amazing.
It was announced this past week a Palin Fitness book is in the works. Are you involved in that at all with your mom?
Hopefully I will be a little bit. I think my mom and I have different takes on fitness. I think she's a lot tougher than I am, but she's awesome. She's amazing, and she's such an athlete. I don't think people really realize it.
Well, we got such a kick out of on Life's a Trip when you and Willow refer to your mom as Skinny as her nickname. That's hysterical. But I think that book will do well because everyone knows the Palins eat, and I'm sure people will want to see how you'll keep in shape but still have those treats and hearty meals along the way. A lot of these diet books basically say, okay, be miserable now. So
I know, and I think it's going to be very good. I think it's going to be very successful, and more power to my mom for doing something like that.
All right, now 2 huge questions for you, and if you can't answer them, I understand, because they're very important, Bristol. Number 1, this comes from my 4-year-old daughter. Is Bristol ever going to wear a pink costume?
Oh, I wish. My costume this week will have a little red in it, so tell her that.
Okay, we're getting closer, And most importantly, I don't think you want to answer this. We don't want to scare folks or see what's happening, but how are your feet?
Oh, man. My feet are destroyed. I'm icing my knee right now. It's like totally, I pray that this is the peak of it all, but it's a beating on your body, just wearing the shoes all the time. And with my dance this week, it's just nonstop, just bouncing, jumping up and down. So it's exhausting. It's very exhausting.
You really get a sense now when you hear about these NFL guys. I mean, you have Emmitt Smith there now, but other ones who have participated in the past, and NBA players and other athletes, and they say, "Hey, this is just as tough, if not tougher in ways." And people kind of scoffed at that. But when you see that you posted that picture of yourself getting little bumps and bruises along the way, I mean, it's tough.
It is definitely tough, and it's so mentally exhausting too, trying to learn these routines. And I was telling Mark this week, it's like last week I had the paso, which is so irrelevant to the dance I have this week. So you learn something one week, and then you have to totally shut your mind off from that dance, forget all the steps you just learned, all the counts you just learned, and then learn a whole new dance. It's like trying to learn a different language and how to move your body and the counts and the toes have to be pointed or not flexed or just all this little stuff that you would never think about. It's mentally exhausting.
That is a really good point. Well, hey, we know if anybody has mental toughness, it's a Palin. Well, Bristol, you're doing so well, and we're really praying for you and cheering for you. You get better each and every week, so if the judges put agenda aside, I think you have a real chance here to go very far. I know what they're doing. They're raising your score and complimenting you to appear fair, but then they're jacking up everyone else's score, too. So, you know what? Just keep doing your thing, and good things will happen as they have so far. And we look forward to talking to you again next week. Bristol Palin, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, guys.
While Bristol does the dancing, we hope you will do the voting. Tune in to Dancing with the Stars on ABC, and when it's time, vote Bristol. Call 800-868-3409. AT&T customers can text the word VOTE to 3409. And, of course, you can vote online. For complete updates, continue to check the 6 Seeds Faith and Family channel at Pathos and Saranet Radio. Just go to Bristol's blog at pathos.com/blogs/Bristol Palin and saranetradio.net for more information on voting and a complete rundown of our episodes. Also follow on Twitter at Bristol's blog, at Kevin Scholla, at Saranet Radio, and at 6 Seeds TV. Join us again next week for another edition of Breaking It Down with Bristol. I'm Kevin Scholla. Have a pleasant day.